Fruit baskets.
Some bets are more fruitful than others. Let's find out who deserves a fruit basket of their own for helping the Primetime Action Crew win this weekend.
Long tease, hang around. We got a prop. We got a same game prop for you guys.
A little
bit later.
Yeah. Same game parlay coming
Same
up.
game parlay, 5 o'clock. Because
Right.
Matt's going to then text me this. We're going to get a graphic built.
Do you want to do your fruit baskets first?
Yeah. I just, I was seeing if I could actually make it here because I was able to make it elsewhere.
Listen, we don't want to interrupt.
I was able to make it elsewhere. Just seeing if I could do that. Apparently, it's a little tougher. A little tougher around these parts than it is
these
the rest
parts.
of the country. But it is what it is. All right. So Robbie Gold, I appreciate you, and I'm going to give you a fruit basket here. And this is one of those things where I said I was searching, guys. I was looking for dance partners for what ended up being a coast job of the Patriots leg of all the different teasers and moneyline parlays that I played this past week, which were just absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. I love them so incredibly much. However, one of those was the Vikings, and Robbie Gold lined up for, which the Vikings were up to +9.
That's what I had him at.
They were trailing by 8, and Robbie Gold lined up for a 42-yard field goal, which I was like, super. That's going to really put a dent in today.
Yeah.
And instead, Robbie Gold stepped right up to that kick, and Gil, do you know what he did?
He missed it.
He just pushed that thing to the right.
Mm-hmm.
He just pushed that thing to the right, and with that, the differential stayed at 8, which is within the 9 that I had. Cash that ticket, my friend. Cash that ticket.
I was excited about that, Matt. And then I also had that +3.5. So then you get real excited about that, and then you're like, wait a second, my 3.5's all of a sudden live again then because they might sneak in the back door on that end too.
My second one, another kicker, Matt Gay. And this one is because this was just to save my bacon here a little bit because I did play the both sides. We ended up playing the both sides of the teaser of this game.
Playing both sides.
And which ended up great that I ended up playing the other side because obviously of the way that the game played out. But Sean McVay, for whatever reason, decided to run the ball on third down with 52 seconds.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, with no timeouts.
2 scores.
Matt Gay had to hustle out there and run out there and kick a field goal through that, fairly insignificant in the grand scheme of things, unless you had a +8 teaser leg, my friends.
In which case,
it got that thing down to 8, and I was able to push that side of it and then win the Packer side of it, and everybody's all happy and everything's good and great. When listen, here's the thing. And I bring these two things up because you always remember the bad beats.
Oh yeah.
Those are the good beats, right?
Yeah.
And I wanted to point those out. That
You run pretty well.
I had no business winning. Robbie Gold makes that 42-yard field goal 90% of the time.
I've never met anybody who runs better in football. Football hates me in those moments. Hates me.
like
hates
seriously.
me. How are we gonna mess you up?
I feel like it's week to week with me on that. But
Yeah.
But I mean, seriously, I had no bit. Robbie Gold makes that 42-yard field goal 90% of the time. He pushed it right. The thing gets home.
I thought we were dead.
Matt Gay has to run out there with the clock running, basically an insignificant field goal, and he's able to kick it through.
What was Sean McVay thinking?
You
need 2 scores. Let's run here with no timeouts.
With no time. It was insane. Even if you get the first down, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Clock still runs.
Clock's moving. That's right.
You moron. And then this is to the Pats, Bengals, and Jets. Boy, thanks guys. Pretty good little coast job actually for all 3 of those, which was fun for this week. The Patriots never really in doubt, certainly never in doubt. I mean, since he put it all over Pittsburgh, that was not even close from jump. And then the Jets led the entire second half. They were never trailed in the second half, and then tacked on a field goal there with about 6-7 minutes left in the fourth quarter, to where if you had +2.5, you weren't really threatened all that much as to not get that 2.5 home. So that was to have nice little coast jobs and stuff. And like I said, we're heading into tonight on a good week. It could be a great week if Washington can keep this thing within 8.
I'd like them to win. Thank you.
Yes. I'd like them to keep within 8.
By the way,
if they win, that's fine. I'd like them to keep within 8.
Patriots ended up being a coast job. It wasn't very coasty for 2.5 quarters with the Titans running to the house down 6. But fumbles do that. Make them into a coast job. Oh, is it my turn? Fruit baskets. Aaron Rodgers was all over Green Bay yesterday. Aaron Rodgers is just This, Justin, are you ready for this? I want you guys to wait for it. Really good at football. I just never seen a guy who can place a ball in just pockets that this guy can. Overhands into the one spot that he can put it in. He's done it for over a decade. We are lucky to be able to watch him on a football field. Green Bay in a relative coast job, quite frankly, over the LA Rams. Thank you, Aaron Rodgers. And thank you to both the Ravens and the Browns. It's a tandem fruit basket for the both of you. I don't know where to send it. I'll send it to both places. But I just kept pounding away at the under last night in a game that featured the entire Lamar Jackson experience at the end of the second quarter and the beginning of the third quarter. End of the second quarter, he throws not one, not two, but 3 of his 4 picks on the night, interspersed with 2 Cleveland turnovers, by the way. There were 5 turnovers total in a 2-minute and 49-second span. And then in the third quarter, when the game was still very much in doubt, 2 third-down plays where any other human being on earth is donezo, and Lamar Jackson just makes something out of nothing. Heaves it downfield.
20 yards, throw it into the end zone.
The first one, 39 yards to Mark Andrews as he's going out of bounds. The next one, a heave into the end zone when he's backed up 20 yards from the line of scrimmage, and somehow Andrews comes down with it. So, fruit baskets for Rodgers and for both the Ravens and the Browns.
That had to be. That might have been the worst ending of a half of football I've ever seen in my life. That second quarter,
5
that was incredible.
Turnovers in 2 minutes and 49. I've never seen anything like that.
That was bizarre.
Unbelievable.
It literally got to the point of just not even being bad. It was just bizarre.
The thing about it was like the first half spread was in the balance too. Everything was.
The guys on the call like laughing at they hung 1 second left on the clock still. Like it was like, no, just go to
the locker room.
All right, my first fruit basket. I also have one for Aaron Rodgers, but I added Devontae Adams in there, too. We've talked about this all year, where it's just like, it's amazing. Aaron Rodgers didn't practice all week. These, like, just the link between these guys' brains somehow, that they can step out on a field together, not even practice. And it's 8 catches for 140 yards for Devontae Adams on 9 targets. Aaron Rodgers goes 28 for 45, 307 yards, 2 touchdowns. No problem. I mean, the offensive line should probably get some credit here, too, only allowing 1 sack. But, yeah, Packers, they made that easy, getting that teaser leg home. And Aaron Rodgers, man, he's a guy that you just go back and forth. Betting-wise, I don't know whether to like him or hate him each week. It's one of those, your emotions range a lot with Aaron Rodgers. Next one I've got is Mac Jones. We've talked before about this team getting it done a lot of different ways, and maybe not so much giving Mac Jones the credit he deserves as a quarterback and not just a rookie quarterback. But that really felt like one of the first games where I saw him step up, or for a team that only ran the ball 24 times, 105 yards, 2 of those carries by Mac Jones himself. He went out there, threw the ball 32 times, 23 for 32, 310 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. I was one of those games that Mac Jones really started to look like an NFL quarterback and not just a rookie quarterback on a good team with good pieces around him. So Mac Jones, made those. You and the rest of the Patriots made that Patriots teaser leg and parlay leg very easy.
And we can forget about Jamar Chase being the favorite for Rookie of the Year now, once and for all.
Oh, after this past week. With Jones, for sure.
I keep saying he's a quarterback. Jamar Chase's margin of error is so thin as a wide receiver. If you're not constantly getting the ball in the end zone, you're going to fall out of this eventually if Mac Jones keeps producing.
Yeah, and who was even third on that list? Najee, right? He didn't do anything yesterday. And, we've talked about that before. Running back, especially wide receiver, you're not going to always be able to depend on how many times you're going to get the ball. But that quarterback, you always got the ball in your hands.
Since that week 6 loss for the Patriots, they are the number 1 team in the NFL in EPA per play. Like that's just how efficient that they've been as far as moving the ball and stuff on offense, which is crazy. Again, it's not a high flying offense; it's just a super efficient offense.